We actually got together with sharing a box at A&M to watch the football games. And then after that, we got together in a supper club, and it's about 5 couples. And we were all different, but a lot alike. And we would have just a great time with being in the supper club and trying to solve all the problems of the world. Sometimes dinner starts at 6 o'clock and we're in at 12.
I met Charley in the late 70s, actually. And I was 4 and Charley was 24, I think, at the time.
Oh, I've worked with Charley since we started the company in 1979. Charley's a pretty observing individual. He'll stand back behind the scenes, and you may think he's not paying attention, but nothing gets by him.
My father, he's very straightforward about things. I mean, what he says is what he means. If it's no, it is no. I always tell my kids, if you get a let me think about it, or a maybe, or a not, it's better than a no, because a no means a no. A no never changes.
Bobby is a person that when she gets up in the morning, she's full energy. She's ready to go. But Bobby likes her sleep. And so Bobby has Bobby can sleep anywhere, even standing up.
It doesn't matter where we are, ball games, events. I mean, she probably falls asleep in church sometimes. I don't know. But it's so funny because she just nods and goes to sleep.
I work with Bobby at Computer Systems Technology, CST. She's an early riser. We used to have 7 a.m. marketing meetings. With me being straight out of school, that was a little bit tough. She liked to get up early, but if it was past 8 o'clock at night, she'd be head bobbing. She was not a nighttime person.
Charley and I really jokes a lot because we say that we're a lot alike, and Bobby and John are a lot alike. So it's we said the type A personality that just busy, always want to do stuff, and so I'm used to it.
Flo mentioned that Bobby's the coordinator of all the activities. Charley's the navigator. He's the guy that's going to get behind the wheel, and when we're in a foreign country and you got to drive on the other side of the road, Charley's going to be that guy that's going to drive on the other side of the road. Charley has never met a stranger. Charley would talk to anybody. Bobby tells a story that Charley would talk to a light post if he had the opportunity to do that. But Charley's a great guy, and we know that when we're with him, certainly if there's a lull in the conversation or you need to meet new people and get to know those folks, Charley's a guy that can navigate the car but also navigate those social interactions.
We were in a C-130 airplane at about 10,000 feet, and it's noisy as can be. There's 3 airplanes in the air. We're filming air-to-air refueling out in California. There's an F-18 fighter plane that's coming up, just screaming up behind us, and I'm sitting at the back of this airplane filming this jet coming right at us. Charley's sitting back watching the monitor, and we have headphones on, and he keeps telling me to open up the exposure. Mac, it looks a little dark. And I keep opening it up, and I'm looking through the viewfinder, and I'm saying, this can't be dark. And finally, Charley realized he had his sunglasses on.
We went to this great French restaurant in France, and the menu was all in French. None of us can read French. We tried to get through the menu to decide what to choose that day, and we all end up with beef tartare.
Charley tried it and pronounced it as being good, and he put a little sauce on it and he ate it. Didn't eat all of it. He didn't get sick, and but Charley's the guy. He's Mikey. He's the guy that's going to try it and taste it and tell us how it tastes.
She's a great lady. Lots of fun to work with, fair. We had a great partnership together.
And as a young kid, you would get frustrated about it, but he would say, if you take 1 page out of her book, then you would be the woman that I have raised you to be. And I used to think, really? What's so great? But as I got older, I came to realize what he meant by that.
One of his hobbies, his primary hobby is fishing. He loves to fish. So we were out in California working on a job, and we decided over the weekend we were going to go deep sea fishing. Bearing in mind, Charlie's not the most prompt person in the world. We had to leave the hotel at 4:30 in the morning. Not only was Charlie ready and packed, earlier than 4:30 in the morning, he had the doors open on the car, on the rental car, with the engine running, yelling at me and another person, "Come on, we got to get going, we got to get going." I've never seen him be that much of in that much of a hurry.
Sometimes God gives us these special gifts, and we don't know when and how He's preparing us for them. But I think Village of Promise is a gift that God has given Bobby.
We enjoy being around them. They're great friends. We count ourselves as having the honor of knowing them and to associate with them. And they're just great folks and great friends. We serve together in our church.
Do you see when they walk out of there, do they live that Christian walk? Do they walk the walk?
Well, at least they get outside of the church. No, they do. They really do. You think about what Christ will have us to do in our lives in helping folks and giving them yourself. They preach it, but they also walk that walk.